Hey, what's up YouTube? This is TN bringing you another guide. This is going to be for the Season 10 version of the Manald Archon Wizard. Here I have the patch notes in front of me. So this is the changes to Manald Heal. Wizard pets such as Hydra will now proc the damage component of Manald Heal when attacking a target, and the number of procs generated by channeled skills while using the item has been reduced by 25%. This is live on the PTR. It's basically a nerf to the old version of our build, but then a buff with the new advent of Hydras. And so while I'm talking about the build, I kind of want to just have a video up of me playing on the PTR. This was filmed just a little while ago, and yeah, I quickly just want to go over the skills and the Paragon points while this is going up. So the first things first, I guess, are the skills. And it's pretty much the same. So we still use Combustion, Deflection, Calamity, and Force Armor. Those don't change at all. Our passives are still the same as well: Evocation, Power Hungry, Paralysis, Unstable, Anomaly. But what's changing is we no longer use Arcane Torrent, Static Discharge, and Blizzard Snowbound, but now we use Hydra, Lightning Hydra, and Ray of Frost, Cold Blood. And since we took off Arcane Torrent, we need another way to proc our Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, so we're going to be channeling Ray of Frost to do that. And then because we're using Hydra now, and because of the buff to Hydra that I read in the patch notes, we need Lightning Hydra on our bar. As far as the gear goes, the gear is still pretty similar. You need 6 pieces of towels in some way, and you need 4 pieces of veers in some way. And so the way we do that is we only wear 3 pieces of veers, 5 pieces of towels, and we use the Ring of Royal Grandeur in the cube. And then you need a Swami and a Fazula's buff at some point, so you got to be wearing one of those, and the other one needs to be in the cube. And then I already mentioned the Ring of Royal Grandeur, but you need a Manald Heal and an Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. The Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac is optional. If you have a ton of cooldown reduction on all of your gear, you may not need the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, so you can swap that out for like Convention of Elements. The bracer I use is still Ashignar's, but if you want to do group DPS, I didn't mention this last time, but you can do Lakuni's Prowlers, which gives you attack speed, just a little bit more attack speed for you and your Hydras. Still some alternatives for doing faster content: Nemesis Bracers, Ingiome in the cube, Boon of the Hoarder, stuff to keep you moving. I'm not 100% sure on what the gem meta will be for next season. I think it will be Trapped Zaze and Gogok of Swiftness, but here are some other alternative gems that might be of use. Powerful Pain Enhancer gives you attack speed, you and your Hydra's attack speed for everything that's bleeding, so that might be used. Some survivability gems. Taeguk is kind of interesting. It doesn't work when you're in Archon, but these are just some alternatives that might be the case. Let me quickly scroll over and you guys can see what was in my cube, which was the Serpent Sparker, the one that gives us 2 Hydras, the Swami, and the Ring of Royal Grandeur were in my cube. So, as I'm kind of watching this video, I do want to talk about positioning. I didn't get to play the build that much on the PTR yet. I'm only, I think, in this video, I'm Paragon 789, so not super high or anything like that. But we gave it kind of a whirl, and we saw that we were our strongest kind of at 2 points, really. So one is still the same when we first turn into Archon, and we have those overlapping stacks. But we're also pretty strong outside of Archon as well. And if you notice, when you're in Archon for a bit, you lose the 4-stack towels, and you only have 1 stack of towel. But when you're outside of Archon, you can cast 3 different abilities, which give you 3 stack of towels, which is 750% each. So it's a pretty big multiplier. And with Hydras and our Swami keeping our Archon stacks for the attack speed, we actually deal a pretty decent amount of damage outside of Archon. So the way you want to position is when you first turn into Archon, you want to make sure your range, you want to get all those multipliers from the Power Hungry, the Zaze, and the Starfire. But then when you're right outside of Archon, it's kind of tricky to set up, and this will come from player experience. But what I found is you want to have your Hydras kind of close to an elite because they're pretty dumb and they'll only attack what's close to them. But then you yourself, you want to be further away from that elite, and you want to be using your Ray of Frost and channeling it on pretty much one guy. And also keeping up your 3-stack towels. So, your Hydra positioning, when against the boss, you saw I recasted it there kind of further away from the boss. So it does matter. You kind of want to be a little bit further away to get your Zay's bonus. Outside of Archon, there are only lightning spell that's proccing Manald, so you need to kind of be conscious of that. If you really want to deal damage outside there, it's pretty much only your Hydra's doing it, and your only job is to basically help you get back into Archon. When we're weakest with the build, so I kind of mentioned when we're strongest. When we're weakest is that moment outside, so we just want to hop back into Archon, get our stacks flowing, get the whole cycle going again. That's pretty much it on the build. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and good luck in Season 10, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks.